Good afternoon, everybody. Monday afternoon, Choochin with the Murphy girl, and I want to talk about. There's been a lot of some of the channels I watched lately. Some of my good friends on the tube have been dealing with issues of passing and things, and trying not to, trying to just make their way forward in transition and live, and just get nailed by, people slamming them and thumbs downing on videos and all that kind of stuff. And I was asked, how do you push past that kind of stuff? Not so much hate, but issues of passability. You go out places and you might see somebody staring, especially if you're early on in transition, and you might have some guy things going on and all that. It's a very uncomfortable time, and you could be going along good for days, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you just get nailed. And it can be demeaning sometimes, and I get that. I remember 10, 15 years ago when I was first dressing, and 18 years ago, and it was always that stress going out about, I wonder, what am I going to do if I get clocked, and which restroom to use. And my friends, a lot of people probably know I'm the trans girl in the community, so if I have to use the restroom suddenly, and if I try to use the ladies' room, is somebody going to call the cops on me or something like that? So people really keep their places nice here. So switch hands here. I'm not used to got the big ass cannon today because the cube bailed on me. The Polaroid cube needed a charge. And, it's really critical issues because, I think my friend Shay was talking about down in Florida or something, that you have to show your card to pee or something like that, or use the ladies' room and all this kind of crazy stuff. That's why it's important, even if you don't get a name change or something like that, it's at least important to get your gender marker changed on your license and all that kind of stuff, because that really holds the key to giving you the confidence to go like to the ladies' room and stuff, and B, it just becomes a reinforcing thing that I think helps you blossom when you are transitioning, especially after a year or two. But let me tell you, the first year is always rugged, and I don't care who you are, because you're feeling your way forward. And I look at myself even in videos and stuff, and looking clumsy and stuff, and I think to myself, eeks, that didn't look really ladylike. But you guys are used to that with the Rosie girl. I'm the real hybrid guy-girl, right? But there's some of these girls that are trying their damnedest with voice and clothing and every kind of mannerism under the sun, and it can be very discouraging sometimes. I have some girls that are very tall that are friends of mine and have a tough go of it because of that. And but I tell you guys again, if you the longer you stay at it, the longer you transition, the less and less, especially after the first year, the less and less it's top of mind. Confidence builds, and once in a while you notice you might have a little backsliding, or you might get clocked or nailed somewhere out in public, but at that time you won't think, oh, there we go, it's just a regular day-to-day thing. No matter where I go, everybody knows what I am. I stick out like a sore thumb and blah blah blah, and you tend to think the worst. And then Missy Jen and I were talking, and then after a year, after hormones have done their thing, you find yourself realizing one day you're not even thinking about passability. I don't see girls that have been transitioning for 3, 4 years, 5 years, ever talking about issues of passability and stuff. It seems to always be the domain of the girls that are just starting out. So that should give you confidence right there to help you relax a little bit and chooch on with the program. But sad to say, the alternative is this: there is no alternative. you either transition and move ahead, or you're never going to be the person that you're meant to be. And in the face of that, I think most of us that are transgender would agree that no matter what it takes, or no matter what you have to push through, no matter how many beatdowns you suffer, or how many verbal beatings and sideways glances and shaking of the head, tisk tisk tisk, and all the Bible thumpers and the religious zealots, at the end of the day, you have to be able to go through all that. It's like going through the crucible, right? It's like the trial by fire. It's almost like the Marines going through the Marine Corps. It's, instead of a few good men, it's a few good ladies, and it's not something to be played with by kids in short pants. You know what I'm saying? It's for keeps, and it's for real. But give yourself a break once in a while. It's easy to feel like you're the object of attention a lot of times, and a lot of times you're not. Sometimes people are looking at you because what you're wearing and things like that, and that's cool, you know. So I wish everybody the best. It seems like always late winter, early spring, people's nerves are kind of jangled, and it's the toughest time of year, I think, to be transgendered. So to all my sisters out there, peace and love.